Look at this black woman walking in here like she owns the place. Lost sweetheart. The service entrance is around the back. Marcus Jenkins, 27 khakis. Smug grin, holding a dripping orange juice like it's a trophy. It's 9:52 on a Tuesday morning in the gleaming lobby of Apex Dynamics, a billion-dollar fintech tower in the heart of downtown Atlanta. Marble floors so shiny you can see your future in them. 30-foot ceilings, gold accents everywhere. He steps right in front of her, tilts that cup slow, and dumps the entire orange drink straight over her head. Ice cubes explode across the marble. Cold cream and sugar cascade down her face. Her hair, soaking a $3,000 camel hair coat in seconds. Dark rivers run down custom Louboutin boots you can't even buy off the shelf. The two white receptionists, Lauren and Brooke, lose their minds screaming with laughter. Marcus, oh my god, best prank ever. Girl, I really thought you were here to mop the floors. Tasha Richardson stands there dripping, trembling, orange juice pooling at her feet. And in exactly 8 minutes, the owner of this entire building is gonna walk through those glass doors. And 3 words from him are about to end careers. Look at this black woman walking in here like she owns the place. Lost, sweetheart. The service entrance is around back. Marcus Jenkins holding that orange juice. 9:52 Tuesday morning. And in 8 minutes, everything changes. Tasha Richardson is 36. Flawless skin, natural hair, and a sleek low bun. The kind of woman who walks into rooms and conversations just stop. Right now she's standing perfectly still while orange juice drips off. Her eyelashes like dirty tears. Her camel hair coat, the one she had custom made in Paris last fall, is ruined. But she doesn't scream, doesn't curse. She just breathes, slow, controlled. Because she knows exactly what happens if she raises her voice even half an octave in a place like this. Marcus Jenkins is still laughing so hard he is to lean on the reception desk. Yo, I really thought she was here to clean the bathrooms. Bro, I'm dead. Lauren, blonde ponytail swinging, fake wipes a tear. Marcus, you're terrible, but iconic. Brooke chimes in, loud enough for the whole lobby to hear. That coat is definitely from Rainbow, right? Or like the swap meet on Moreland. A couple of early employees walk in, AirPods in, then freeze when they see the scene. Phones come out immediately. One guy in a Patagonia vest whispers, "What did I just walk into?" Another already has the camera flipped to selfie mode so he can narrate in the background. Tasha forces the smallest, politest smile you've ever seen on someone who just got assaulted with 32 ounces of vanilla sweet cream cold brew. She steps forward, heels clicking on wet marble, and calmly places her Hermes Kelly bag on the counter. The movement is deliberate, graceful, like she's still in control. A platinum key fob swings from the handle, catching the lobby lights for half a second. Engraved in tiny, elegant letters, Apex Dynamics, executive level access, resident owner family. It spins once, twice, then settles against the leather. Marcus is too busy reenacting the pour to notice. Lauren and Brooke don't see it either. Nobody does. Marcus is now performing. For the growing audience, he holds up an imaginary cup and does the slow motion dump again. Boom. Welcome to Apex, Queen. More laughter. A woman in accounting walking by actually claps. Phones are tilting, zooming in on Tasha's ruined hair. The stain spreading across the marble like a crime scene. Somebody already typed the caption in their head. When you show up to the wrong building thinking you're that girl, Tasha's voice finally cuts through. Calm but carrying, I need to speak to management. What just happened was assault. Marcus snorts, assault. Ma'am, it was a prank. Lighten up. Lauren leans over the desk, voice dripping with that customer service venom. Sweetie, do you even have an appointment? Because we don't do walk-ins from your area. She lets the pause hang just long enough. Brooke fake whispers to Marcus, but loud, bet she's somebody's cousin trying to get a job in the mailroom. Another round of giggles. A guy in the back actually says, "This is going on the Slack memes channel." Tasha's hands are trembling now, but she locks them together so no one sees. Orange juice is still dripping from her chin onto the marble plink. Plink! Every drop feels like a countdown. The lobby is filling up fast. 10 people, 15, 20, phones everywhere, and still. Nobody has noticed the platinum key fob swinging gently against that Hermes bag. Still, nobody has asked her name. Still, nobody has offered her a single paper towel. Because right now, to every single person recording, she's just entertainment. Just a story they're gonna tell at brunch this weekend. Just a black woman who dared to walk into their world looking expensive, and they've already decided she doesn't belong. Marcus wipes his eyes, still laughing. Grr, you should probably go home and change before security gets here. Tasha looks straight at him, dripping off her lashes, and says the quietest, most dangerous thing? I'm not going anywhere. The laughter slows for half a second because something in her voice just shifted. Something they can't quite place yet. They have no idea. The morning floodgates open. Elevator doors keep dinging. 25 people, you're 35. It's not a lobby anymore. It's a coliseum. Phones are out like cigarettes at a concert. Everybody's got one glowing. Marcus Jenkins is in full stand-up mode now. Center stage. He's got a half circle of finance bros, marketing girls, and interns eating out of his hand. bro. She walked in here like she was about to close a Series C round. Had to give her the Apex welcome package. He does the slow motion pour again with an invisible cup. The crowd howls. Someone yells, "Do it again." Tasha stands in the middle of it all. Orange juice still dripping, trying to keep her breathing even. She finally speaks, clear and professional. "May I please use the restroom to clean up?" Asterisk. Lauren tilts her head. Syrupy sweet. The voice every black woman has heard 1,000 times. "I'm so sorry, ma'am. Restrooms are for employees and scheduled guests only. There's a Shell station right across Peachtree. They have a bathroom?" She flashes a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Tasha blinks once. "You're denying me access to a restroom after your colleague just assaulted me with a drink." Lauren's smile freezes, then flips. "Ma'am, you're raising your voice. That's starting to sound aggressive." Brooke jumps in, loud enough for the phones to catch every syllable. "We asked you politely to leave, and you're refusing. That's why security's coming." The word aggressive lands like a match on gasoline. Phones tilt up in perfect unison. Now every camera is on Tasha's face, waiting for the meltdown they've already scripted in their heads. Caption already typed in someone's notes app. "Angry black woman freaks out at luxury office building. Watch till the end." Side comments start flying, each one sharper than the last. "She's literally shaking. Bro, it's about to be a whole TikTok. Why do they always do this? I bet she's about to pull the race card. Somebody start a timer. How long till she starts screaming?" A white girl in Lululemon pretends to whisper but projects. "Girl, the coat was cute until the orange juice hit it. Now it just looks ghetto." Laughter ripples. A guy in the back actually goes, "Oh, burn. Like this is WWE." Tasha's voice cuts through again, still calm but louder now. "I was assaulted in your lobby. I'm covered in orange juice, and you won't let me wash my hands." Lauren leans forward on the desk, voice ice cold. "Policy is policy. You're not a client. You're not staff. You're a walk-in who's now disturbing the workplace." She taps her nails on the counter for emphasis, but Marcus jumps back in. "Loving the second act, ma'am. Nobody forced you to stand there looking like a Starbucks explosion. You can leave any time." He turns to the crowd. "Right? She's choosing to stand in the mess." Applause. Actual applause. A random dude near the elevators yells, "This is better than Netflix." Someone else, "I'm live streaming 400 viewers already." The circle tightens. Phones are now 2 feet from Tasha's face. Red dots everywhere. Tasha looks around. 35 white faces and a handful of people of color who suddenly find the floor very interesting. Not one person steps forward. Not one person offers a napkin, a tissue, a single word of decency. Her chest is rising faster now. She can feel the narrative being written in real time. Crazy entitled black woman storms fancy building, refuses to leave, plays victim. She knows exactly how this clip ends, if she reacts the way they want her to, so she locks her knees, lifts her chin, and says the sentence that makes the room go quieter for half a second. "I'm not leaving until Cameron Richardson gets here." The laughter comes back twice as hard. Brooke actually snorts. "Cameron Richardson. The owner?" "Girl." Lauren pulls up her phone, turns the screen so everyone can see. "See, that's his wife. Former Miss Georgia, blonde, blue eyes." "That's not you, sweetie." Someone in the crowd yells. Delusional and drenched Marcus cups his hands like a megaphone. Next she's gonna say she's Beyoncé lobbyist. Pure chaos now. Phones shaking from laughter. Security's been called. You can hear the radio chatter getting closer, and still, nobody has noticed the platinum executive key fob lying right there on the counter. Catching every flash of 35 camera lights, Tasha closes her eyes for 1 second. Orange juice drips off her chin. She whispers to herself, so low no mic picks it up. Just 8 more minutes. Hold on, 8 more minutes, because she knows what's coming. They don't. They were about to learn the hard way. The lobby is a zoo now. Phones, laughter, orange juice stains on marble. Then the elevator dings again. Keith Dorsey steps out mid-40s. White, receding hairline, company polo, tucked in too tight. Lanyard swinging like a badge of authority. He's the kind of supervisor who thinks neutrality means believing whoever speaks first, and loudest. Marcus spots him like a drowning man spotting a lifeboat. "Keith, thank God, man. This woman has been harassing us for 20 minutes straight." He's already halfway across the lobby, arms wide, playing victim like he's auditioning for an Oscar. Keith doesn't even glance at the soaked black woman in the center of the circle. He doesn't notice the puddle, doesn't notice the 35 phones. He just locks eyes with Marcus and nods, like they're already on the same page. Keith finally turns to Tasha, voice flat and bored. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to leave the premises immediately." Tasha's voice is still calm, but you can hear the tremor underneath now. "I'm waiting for Cameron Richardson." The entire lobby explodes. Actual howling, people bending over. Someone drops their phone from laughing so hard. Marcus slaps the reception desk. She said, "Cameron Richardson." "Bro, I can't breathe." Lauren is already on her monitor, fingers flying. She spins it around triumphantly, a Forbes photo of Cameron Richardson at a gala, arm around a tall, blonde former Miss Georgia, both of them glowing under chandeliers. Lauren's voice is pure venom wrapped in sugar. "That's his wife, honey. Cameron's been married for 8 years. That's definitely not you. A random bro in the back yells. She said she's waiting for the owner. Nah, she's waiting for the Uber. Another voice, delusional and dripping. New fragrance dropping sun. Keith raises both hands like he's calming a riot that only exists in his head. Everyone, let's be professional. Then immediately turns back to Tasha. You've got 10 seconds to walk out on your own, or security escorts you out. Your choice. Tasha doesn't move. I'm happy to wait right here until Mr. Richardson arrives. Keith scoffs so hard his lanyard bounces. Ma'am, Cameron Richardson doesn't take random walk, especially Node lets the sentence hang. But everybody hears the ending anyway. Marcus jumps back in, feeding Keith the script. She's been aggressive. Keith, threatening us. I had to defend myself. That's why the orange juice spilled. Total accident. Brooke nods, like her life depends on it. Yeah, she came at him first. Keith buys it hook, line, and sinker. He pulls out his radio. Security to lobby, code yellow. We have an uncooperative individual refusing to leave. Phones zoom in tighter. Someone starts a countdown in the background. 10, 9, 8. A girl in marketing is literally eating popcorn she got from God knows. Tasha's voice rises for the first time, just enough to be heard over the circus. Your employee deliberately poured a drink on me. You have it on camera. I am the victim here. Keith doesn't even look up from his radio. Ma'am, I'm hearing a lot of accusations and zero proof. What I'm seeing is someone creating a disturbance in my lobby. He stresses my lobby, like he personally laid the marble. Lauren fake whispers again, loud enough for 3 rows of phones. Watch, now she's gonna say we're racist? On cue, someone in the crowd actually moans. Here we go. Keith steps closer, voice dropping to that quiet threat. White men love to use leave voluntarily right now, or you're getting removed and possibly charged with trespassing. Last chance. Tasha looks him dead in the eye. Orange juice still dripping from her hair, Hermes bag still on the counter, platinum key fob gleaming under the lobby lights like it's screaming at them. She says, very softly, oh wait. The lobby loses it again. Marcus cups his hands. Somebody call Maury. We need a lie detector test. Laughter so loud it echoes off the glass. Keith shakes his head like he's dealing with a toddler. He clicks the radio again. Security, expedite, we're ready for removal. 2 radios crackle back to minutes out. Tasha closes her eyes for 1 second. You can see her lips move. She's counting down in her head. 7 minutes to go. Keith's smug face. Lauren smirking. Marcus reenacting the pour one more time. They really thought they had the right one. Asterisk. The lobby doors swing open hard. 2 security guards stride in. Darnell Carter, black 34, built like a linebacker, face already tired. Stacy Merritt, white, short ponytail, radio crackling on her shoulder, eyes scanning like she's done this 100 times. Keith Dorsey meets them halfway, talking fast before they even reach Tasha. Unstable female, no appointment, claims she knows the owner. Possible fraud or corporate espionage, refused multiple requests to leave. We need her removed immediately. Every word is a lie or a twist, but it's delivered with that calm, confident white man authority that makes uniforms listen. Darnell's eyes finally land on Tasha, soaked head to toe. Hermes bag on the counter. Platinum, executive key fob in plain sight now. Catching the light every time someone moves, he pauses. Something flickers across his face. Stacy doesn't see it. She's already stepping forward, hand near her cuffs. Ma'am, you need to come with us right now. Tasha's voice is quieter than it's been all morning, but it carries my name is Tasha Richardson. The key fob is executive family access. You can verify with the owner's office in 30 seconds. Stacy doesn't even glance at the key fob. Keith jumps in. She's been saying that for 20 minutes. Mr. Richardson is en route. His assistant said no interruptions. Darnell starts to speak. Stacy, maybe we should. Stacy cuts him off hard. We're not wasting the owner's time on this. Policy is clear. Darnell's mouth snaps shut. He looks at the floor. The crowd has swollen past 40 people now. A full semicircle, 3 rows deep. Phones so close you can see reflections of Tasha's wet face in the lenses. Someone's on Instagram, live with 1,200 viewers. Comments flying. She's about to get dragged out. Call the cops. This is giving Karen energy. Lauren is on the phone with 911. Performative as hell. Yes, we have a trespasser who's become hostile and is refusing to leave. Possible mental health Ciantia hears the word hostile and flinches like she's been slapped. Her voice finally cracks. Hostile. I have orange juice in my eyes. I've been standing here asking for basic decency for half an hour. Stacy steps closer. Hand out. Ma'am, final warning. Walk out on your own, or we carry you out. 40 phones tilt up, waiting for the money shot. Someone actually says, this is the part where she resists arrest. Tasha looks around the circle. 40 faces, 0 allies. Even the few black and brown employees who walked in have melted to the edges, staring at their shoes. She is completely alone in a room packed with people. Her eyes fill, but the tears don't fall. She whispers to herself, so low only the closest phone catches it. If I leave now, they win. They get to say we don't belong here. I'm not giving them that. Darnell tries again. Quieter. Stacy, just let me call upstairs real quick. Keith overhears and snaps Carter. Do your job. Remove her now. That subtle ranking hits Darnell like a slap too. He hesitates one more second, eyes on that platinum key fob, then drops his gaze. He steps forward with Stacy. Stacy reaches for Tasha's arm. Tasha pulls back. Not hard, just enough. Please don't touch me. Keith jumps in loud. Now she's resisting. That's an assault on a security officer. The crowd gasps like it's a soap opera. Darnell's radio crackles. APD, 2 minutes out. People inhale at once. This is about to become a whole different kind of viral video. Tasha single quotes. Chest is heaving now. She's shaking so hard that orange juice on her coat trembles. She locks eyes with Darnell, the only person who almost helped. He looks away first. She is surrounded. Security on both sides. Hostile. Employees blocking the front. Glass doors 20 feet behind her. The only exit. She could walk out right now and save herself the arrest. The viral humiliation. The record. But walking out means letting them rewrite the story. Crazy black lady stormed the building and had to be removed. Walking out means every black woman watching this later thinks, see, we don't fight back. We just leave. So she plants her Louboutins in that orange juice puddle and stays. Darnell's hand hovers near her elbow. Stacy's already reaching for cuffs. 40 phones are steady now. No more laughing, just hungry for the takedown. Tasha closes her eyes. One silent pray. Please, Cameron, hurry. The lobby is dead quiet, except for the faint sound of dripping orange juice and 40 people breathing. Stacy's hand, reaching Darnell's conflicted face. Keith smirking. Marcus, grinning like he just won the lottery. Radio crackles so loud in the dead quiet lobby it sounds like a gunshot. Front gate to all units, Mr. Ritt. Maybach just pulled into executive parking. ETA 30 seconds. 40 people freeze mid-breath. Phones that were 2 inches from Tasha's face suddenly drop 6 inches. You can actually hear someone whisper, wait, what? Tasha's eyes open. The trembling stops. The defeat that was written all over her face for the last 30-minute task vanishes. Something else takes its place. Relief. And something colder. Through the 30-foot glass facade you see it. First matte, black Maybach, GLS. Georgia plates, Apex 1. Rolling to a stop in the reserve spot. Door opens. Italian leather loafers hit the pavement. Cameron Richardson steps out. 40 years old, 6 feet 4 inches black. Flawless Tom Ford navy suit, no tie, top button open. The quiet kind of power that doesn't need to announce itself. He checks his watch. Starts walking toward the doors like it's any other Tuesday. Then the automatic doors slide open, and he sees it. Sees the mob. Sees the phones. Sees his wife standing in the middle. Dripping orange juice, surrounded by security. Cuffed on one side. 40 employees treating her like a zoo exhibit. The lobby goes from loud to 0 in half. A second, dead silent. Cameron's stride doesn't slow, but his face changes into something terrifying because it isn't loud. It's quiet. Controlled. The kind of rage that ends. Bloodlines. He crosses the lobby in 8 steps. People literally part like the Red Sea. Phones drop to the sides. Marcus's mouth opens. Nothing comes out. Lauren's hand is still frozen on the reception phone. Mid 911 call. Keith Dorsey looks like he's aging in real time. Cameron. It stops 2 feet from Tasha. His eyes do a slow juice in her hair. Ruined coat, trembling hands, security grip on her arm. 40 employees who just spent half an hour laughing at his wife. He reaches out, gentle, cups her wet cheek with one hand, thumb wiping a streak of cream and sugar away. Voice so low only the closest 10 people hear it. At first, baby, are you okay? Tasha's composure finally cracks. One tear falls. She manages a tiny nod. Cameron turns to the lobby. Scans every face. Then says the 3 words that will live in this building forever. That's my wife. It isn't loud, it isn't a shout. Calm. And final. And the effect is instant nuclear. Marcus's phone slips from his hand and shatters on the marble. Lauren's face goes the color of printer paper. Her mouth forms a perfect oh no sound. Brooke actually takes 1 step back and bumps into the reception desk, knocking over a stack of visitor badges. Keith's knees buckle a little. He has to grab the counter to stay upright. 40 phones drop too. 40 sides like someone cut the strings on puppets. Cameron's voice again. Still quiet, but now it fills the entire 40-foot ceiling. Anybody explain to me why my wife is covered in orange juice and being treated like a criminal in my building? Not one person moves. Not one person breathes loudly. He looks at Darnell, who still has a loose grip on Tasha's arm. Darnell immediately lets go, like the arm is on fire. Cameron nods. Once good choice. He looks at Stacy. She's already unclipping her radio with shaking hands, whispering, stand down to the police that are now 1 minute away. Cameron slips out of his suit jacket, drapes it over Tasha's soaked shoulders, pulls her gently into his side, then turns back to the crowd, eyes scanning like he's taking a census of everyone who's about to be unemployed. They thought the story was over. It's just getting started. Cameron pulls his phone, doesn't even look at the screen, hits one button, cancel the police. Now. Another speed dial. HR director, general counsel, entire C-suite main conference room. 2 minutes, non-negotiable. He ends both calls, slips the phone back in his pocket like he just ordered lunch. Then he turns to the 40 statues in the lobby and finally raises his voice for the first time, still not yelling worse. Dead calm. He points at Marcus. Marcus actually flips like the finger is a gun. Name, Marcus Jenkins. Sir Marcus Jenkins. You poured orange juice on my wife. It was an accident, Mr. Richardson. I swear I didn't know. Cameron cuts him off with one raised hand. Don't lie to me. I can pull the 4K footage in 10 seconds. You're done. Security will escort you to your desk. You have 15 minutes to clear out. You're terminated, effective right now. Marcus's legs give out a little. He has to grab the reception desk. Lauren and Brooke are both openly crying now. Mascara Rivers. Cameron turns to them. You too. Names they can barely get them out. Lauren Brooke, you denied my wife a bathroom while she was covered in orange juice. You called the police on the owner's wife. 15 minutes, same deal. Pack your desks. You're fired. Lauren tries one last desperate gasp. Sir, we didn't know who she is. Cameron's eyes cut her in half. She shouldn't have to tell you who she is to be treated like a human being. Out. He turns to Keith Dorsey, who's sweating through his polo. Keith Dorsey, supervisor, you lied to security. You lied to my wife. You lied to my face before I even walked in. Badge and radio on the desk. Suspended without pay pending investigation. If I find out you coached one more lie, you're gone for good. Keith's hands shake so bad the badge clatters when he sets it down. He doesn't say a word, just turns and walks toward the exit like a ghost. Cameron finally looks at Darnell, the only person who hasn't turned to stone. You hesitated. You saw something was wrong. That's the only reason you still have a job right now. We're gonna talk later. You stay. Darnell nods, eyes on the floor, relief and shame fighting on his face. Then Cameron turns to the 40 employees, still clutching their phones like life rafts. His voice drops again, but somehow every syllable lands like a hammer. You all just did in this lobby for the last 35 minutes. That's what racism looks like when it thinks nobody's watching. Some of you poured the orange juice. Some of you laughed. Some of you recorded. Some of you stood there and did absolutely nothing while a black woman was degraded in your workplace. Every single one of you failed today. He lets that sit. You can hear people swallowing. This isn't about my wife being married to me. This is about a black woman walking into a building and being treated like she doesn't belong, like she's less than, like her dignity is optional. That ends today. We're going to have a company-wide conversation about this. And some of you all won't be here for it. He slips his arm around Tasha's shoulders. She's still shaking, but she leans into him now. He looks at the crowd one last time. Get back to work. Show's over. The crowd disperses like someone hit the reverse button on a video. Phones go dark. Feet shuffle. Nobody makes eye contact. Marcus is already being walked to the elevator by security, head down, crying silently. Lauren and Brooke are hugging each other, sobbing, grabbing cardboard boxes from behind the desk like they're in a movie. Cameron guides Tasha toward the private elevator. Before the doors open, he stops, turns back to the ruined lobby, orange juice still dripping on marble, and says the last thing anyone hears in public: I built this company to change the world. Today, I found out some of you all still think the world shouldn't include people who look like my wife. We're about to fix that. The elevator doors close on them. Cameron pulls Tasha close, kisses the top of her wet hair. She finally lets the tears fall. One shattered phone screen down in the orange juice puddle. Marcus's employee badge was on the floor. They thought they humiliated her glass-walled executive conference room. The entire office can see inside if they dare to look. At the head of the table, Cameron Richardson. To his right, Tasha, changed into dry clothes from the car, eyes red but spine straight. Across from them, Patricia Evans, HR director, 50s, black woman, glasses, face carved from granite. Stephen Park, general counsel, already flipping through a legal pad like he's counting lawsuits. The 85-inch screen lights up. Security footage, 4K multi-angle. Time-stamped. It starts the second Tasha walks through the doors. Every word plays in crystal clear audio. Look at this black woman walking in here like she owns the place. To slow-motion orange juice. Poor service entrances around back. Thought you were here to clean the bathrooms? Lauren's fake sweet bathroom denial. Keith's lies to security. The laughter, the phones, every cruel set. The clip ends. The room is silent for a full 8 seconds. Pen stops moving. Stephen shakes his head, slowly knock on the glass. Marcus is escorted and first eyes swollen, shirt untucked, looking 10 years older than he did an hour ago. He tries the smile that always worked before. Mr. Richardson. Sir, I am so sorry. If I had known she was your wife. Cameron cuts him off, voice flat. You didn't need to know she was my wife to treat her like a human being. Marcus opens his mouth and closes it. Nothing left. Patricia slides the termination letter across the table. Marcus Jenkins, you are terminated for cause gross misconduct, assault, racial harassment. Your access is revoked. Final paycheck minus damages to Mrs. Richardson's property will be mailed. Security is waiting outside. Marcus is openly crying now. He signs with a shaking hand. stands, and is escorted out past the glass wall, where half the floor is pretending not to watch Lauren. His brought-in next mascara tracks down both cheeks. Voice already breaking. Mrs. Richardson, I am so sorry. I didn't know. Tasha speaks for the first time, soft, but razor sharp. Would you have treated me differently if I was just any black woman who walked in here for a meeting? Lauren's mouth opens, nothing comes out. She knows the answer. Cameron repeats the exact same line, slower this time. You didn't need to know she was my wife to treat her like a human. Patricia slides the second letter. Lauren Morgan. Terminated for cause, harassment, retaliation, false police report, same terms, asterisk. Lauren signs, sobbing so hard the pen skips, as security leads her out. She passes the glass. While every employee watching suddenly finds their keyboard very interesting. Careers ended in under 3 minutes. And this is only the beginning. 30 minutes later, every screen in the building and every laptop at home lights up with the same Zoom link. 234 employees logged in. No opt-out. Cameron's face fills the main window. No smile. No small talk. Today my wife was racially assaulted and humiliated in the lobby of the company I built. This isn't about her being my wife. This is about a black woman being treated as subhuman in a space where we hang inclusion. Posters on the wall. She presses play. A brutal edit of the security footage rolls. Company-wide. The pour, the laughter, the bathroom. Denial. The near arrest gasps ripple through the chat. Someone's camera accidentally. It shows them covering their mouth. Cameron continues, voice steady. Marcus Jenkins and Lauren Morgan have been terminated. Keith Dorsey is suspended without pay. But this isn't just about 3 people. How many of you were in that lobby? Raise your hands. 14 hands go up on camera. How many of you intervened? 1 hand stays up. Alyssa Chen Jr., designer, the only person who tried to speak and got shut down. Cameron nods at her. Alyssa, you're now chair of the new D&I committee. You start Monday. He keeps going, effective immediately. Mandatory 16-hour anti-bias and anti-harassment training for every employee. No exceptions. You will be tested. You will be held accountable. New anonymous reporting system. Third-party managed, independent review board. If you see it, you report it. If it happens to you, you report it, and it will be investigated. Period. Last line before he ends. The Cali didn't build Apex Dynamics to be another place where black women have to prove they belong. That changes today. Meeting adjourned. 3 months later. The lobby looks different now. A 15-foot banner across the marble wall, in bold black letters. Respect is the minimum. Inclusion is the standard. New receptionists, diverse, trained, smiling, real smiles. A giant QR code on the desk. See something, scan here. You are safe. Darnell Carter walks through in a new navy blazer. Head of security. He personally trains every new guard. When your gut says something's wrong, trust it. We protect people, not egos. Montage of real redemption. Marcus's LinkedIn post. I was the guy who poured orange juice on a black woman and laughed. I was racist that day. I'm in racial equity workshops every week now. I don't expect forgiveness. I'm just doing the work. Lauren's handwritten apology DM to Tasha. Screenshot shared with permission. I saw you as a threat the moment you walked in because of my own bias. I'm in therapy and anti-racism cohorts. I'm sorry isn't enough, but it's where I start. Tasha Richardson strides through that same lobby. Dry hair. New outfit. Head high. New receptionist stands up. Good morning, Mrs. Richardson. Board meeting starts in 10. Welcome home. Employees she passes actually greet her by name. Some look nervous. Some look grateful. She nods. Keeps walking. She doesn't need their approval anymore. She belongs because she refused to accept that she didn't. Tasha speaking at a women's leadership conference. 800 people in the audience. What happened to me that Tuesday morning wasn't unique. It was just filmed. Every single day black women walk into lobbies, boardrooms, stores, schools, hospitals, and are told with words, with looks, with laughter, with policies, with drinks poured on our heads that we do not belong. Most of the time there's number 4K security footage. Most of the time there's no husband. Who owns the building? Most of the time, the witnesses choose silence and the story ends with us walking out ashamed. So the real question isn't what would you have done if you were Mitha. Real question, Iwan. You're the witness. Whose side are you on? Will you be the one holding the phone laughing, the one denying the bathroom, the one calling security, the one looking away because it's uncomfortable, or will you be the one who says not here? Not today. Not on my watch, because dignity isn't optional. Respect isn't a reward for marrying the right person. It's the baseline. If you believe that, if something in this story made your chest tight because you've lived it, seen it, or ignored it, then do something about it right now. Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. Tell me where you were the witness. Tell me what you did or what you wish you'd done. Share this video with one person who still doesn't get it. Tag somebody who needs to understand what I actually feel like when they're macro, and if you're on the right side of fish, hit that like button so this story keeps reaching people who need to see it. Subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more Black Journeys 101, because we're not just telling stories, Thank you for standing with us. Dignity is non-negotiable.